What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. And disrespect that Shedeur is getting, man. So they're saying that according to coaches, according to coaches and executives, they ranked Shedeur last on the quarterback list. In fact, they said that they would get good sleep at night if they were facing him. So this already starting. We're getting ready for another season. He's getting ready for his second season in the NFL. Colorado's getting ready for another season, so you know the disrespect is coming. I was just waiting for it. So, according to NFL executives, they didn't name anybody, but according to NFL executives and coaches, they ranked Shedeur last on the veteran quarterback list. Now, is that a fair assessment or no? What do you think? Do you think that's a fair assessment? I don't think that's a fair assessment, but I understand the assessment because they're trying to get into his head again. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They trying to get into his head again, man. And that's because the season about to start. See, the season is about to start. So guess what? It's time to get on Shedeur now. It's time to get Shedeur ready to go and get the hate train going. That's how it works. It's gonna remain like that for the remainder of his career. And I've already told you why that's the case. He's taking strays. It's because of his pops, man. Now you might say, well, why is it because of his pops? His pops not in the NFL. I don't know. Somebody's hating. Somebody don't like him because the criticism he's getting is unfair. I mean, he's in his second season. I can name some quarterbacks that he's better than right now. There's a lot of quarterbacks last year that had a losing record. It wasn't just him. He um he definitely he definitely wasn't the only quarterback that had a losing record in the NFL. And part of his situation was the team just they had a lot of situations last year on why Shedeur ended up the way he did. And granted, it's his first season. I don't know a lot of people. Oh, let me switch over. I don't know a lot of people that do incredibly well their first season in the NFL. I don't know too many. There's quite a bit, they come out right away out the gates, but not too many. It's like you gotta take your lumps. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Let's see. Why is that photo? Give me a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. Let me get my art back up here. Yeah, so I don't know why that popped up. Um so yeah, now excuse me, now that Shedeur is getting ready to start the season, the hate train is coming. That's just how it works with him. And it's gonna be like that for the remainder of his career. He's gonna have to battle this his whole career, and it's not even his fault. Excuse me, it's nobody's fault why they're hating as far as his family, but um it all started, like I said, leading up to the draft. That's when it started. It actually started before then. And He's not going to get. See, here's the thing. This is all business. Shedeur wants to get in the game now because by the time his rookie contract over, that's when you sign your long-term deal. And that's based on past performance. It's based on potential and past performance. He hasn't had the opportunity to show really well. It's supposed to be this year where he's supposed to have the opportunity to show what he's made of. But it's almost like, they're going to go with Deshaun. I bet you they are. And if you look at the stats from training camp so far, he's doing really well. He's actually performing like he's supposed to be the starter. Like he's peaking this year, like he's supposed to. That's how he's acting. But the problem is a lot of people just don't believe. The team has to believe in you. Somehow they don't. They see him as a sideshow. All right, sorry about that. So we know last year he went through this. He went through the hate. I don't know how they rank him last. Where are they getting the rankings from? Is it because of their season last year? He over there with the Commanders. That's actually a good look for the Commanders. They could use him. The Jets could have used him too, but I could see why he went there. They got a good quarterback over there, so that's why he's going over there. But yeah, Shedeur, he's catching strays, and all the attention that they get, and that some people don't like that. And the thing is, for him to sign his max deal is based off past performance and future potential. And it's like they're holding him back from the money. It's like they're holding him back from the money. You said no, Dylan Gabriel's not even on the list. He's not even like on there at all. Um, yeah, he's not on the list at all. But the thing is, that's how they treating Shedeur. You see, here's the thing. In order for the system has to be able to support you. Look at the Commanders quarterback. The system supported him. They gave him a chance, and he did damn well with his chance. They're not sure about Shedeur. They're not. They're waiting for the next draft. The next draft, they drafted a quarterback in the first round. And actually, the Browns are going to draft a quarterback in the top 5. That's how far they're going in the draft. They just not sold on Shedeur. Shedeur is on the list because he finished out the season last year. He actually started. They're talking about all the starting quarterbacks. That's where the list is coming from, not people that didn't get significant playing time. You might argue that Dylan did get significant playing time, right? You could argue that too. And why is he not on the list? But Shedeur is. They're doing that to mess with his mental. They're going to. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I hate to say it like this. They treating him like I've seen this done before. And it's almost like they're going to play a mental game on him for him to not be in the league. Because if you think about it, right? Somebody told him that he was supposed to go in the first round. He was told this by somebody. He didn't just think that he was going in the first round. But then as the process went on, we know now, hindsight is 2020, that it was set up for him to for them to do that. It was set up because you can even look at when he was drafted, they made a whole big pomp and circumstance when he was drafted because they were waiting for it. They knew he was going to get drafted that low. That's why. And they capitalized off of it because a lot of people watched the draft all the way down to that round. They watched it that far because they were waiting to see what's going to happen with him. He's still waiting. So they had a lot of people tuning in more than normal because it was a big story. Because a lot of people thought that he was going first round, like at least top 3, top 5 pick, no later than the top of the second round. If he got drafted in the top of the second round, I'm like, okay, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Even though I would have probably picked him before I picked the Giants quarterback. But I'm like, okay, because there's not enough jobs to go around. But the Jets need a quarterback. It was so many teams that needed a quarterback. And that's one of the positions that you have to address. And I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Mendoza, I'm not sold on him. I don't think he's ready yet. Mendoza. He's gonna have some issues this year. I can see that now. Everybody's not ready for it. It takes a while. But I'm looking at with Shedeur in practice. Now, don't get me wrong, practice is practice. You know what I'm saying in my Allen Iverson voice was practice, right? I want to see what you do in the game. But he's looking the part though. He's looking better this year than he did last year, at least from my optics. From what no, excuse me, I can't even say that from what I'm able to see. Because I don't see the whole practice, but I look at the numbers. He's leading the quarterback in numbers. Now the other day, Deshaun led the quarterbacks for the first time, but all the other days, Shedeur was leading the quarterbacks. So he's doing a hell of a job so far. But just Deshaun is going to get the start, and I'm telling you guys this now. Let's say it's going to go one or two ways. If the Cleveland Browns with Deshaun, if they start the season like 1-4, or start the season like how they did last year, they're going to put Shedeur in, but it's going to be too late. Just like Shannon Sharp said, he had a really good point. You need to make your decision now and go with it because you can't have the mentality where, okay, we'll just put Shedeur in to try to save the season. That's not going to happen. I mean, you guys damn near got to go. Like he said, let's say if you start the season on 0-4, you got to damn near go win 5 in a row just to get your head back above water. Just to get above water, just to get above 500. That's hard in the NFL. So they starting off on a bad foot. But if they sure that Deshaun can go, then go with Deshaun then, if they sure. But I don't know if they so sure about it. If you're not sure about it, Shedeur, you got to go with the young gunner. That's what I would do. And it's been done before. Because I said, well, they paying Deshaun a lot of money. They paid Kirk Cousins a lot of money to sit the bench. It's been done before. But I think they paying Deshaun just a little bit more, though. So I think because the owner has pride, he doesn't want to admit that he's wrong. He's going to go with Deshaun to see what he could do. Now, here's the thing. If Deshaun start the season and they're like 3-2, he's going to continue. Let's say if he can get it to 6-2, Shedeur is not playing this year. He's definitely not. We won't see him, and we won't see him next year either, especially if he's staying in Cleveland because they're going to go with Deshaun again next year. Or they're going to draft a quarterback and go with that quarterback. I'm telling you this. He got to leave Cleveland. He should have went to the Jets, but they don't want him to go to the Jets because they won't trade him. Ain't that crazy? They won't even trade him because we needed a quarterback. Because the quarterback that we had, Geno got in a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure if he got his head in the game. Yeah, I know. I know. I was getting to that, Charmaine. I had that in my notes. Thank you, though. You, Charmaine RN. I had that in my notes. He said the reason. Well, you see, Charmaine, I can't highlight it because I'm on my phone. You see where it says the white guy that made the list said Shedeur was last because he never earned a start in college. Mendoza is on the bench. You said Mendoza's on the bench. I know Mendoza. Mendoza not ready yet. See, Mendoza, they're gonna bring along slowly. I don't know if he's ready yet, from what I've heard. I told you need to get but see, here's the thing, Amber. He can't get out of Cleveland. You remember when I had that whole video? I was all hyped up. Yeah, guys, the Jets might get him. Somebody hit me up like, Max, yeah, it's a rumor, but they won't let him go. The Jets already offered a deal. They won't let him go. So don't even worry about it. I said, so he just gonna stay there? Yeah. I said, how about the year after that? Yeah, he just gonna stay there. He's what you call insurance. So when they draft another quarterback next year, like let's say for example, if they draft Eli Manning, if they happen to get him, I don't think Cleveland gonna be able to get him. But let's say if they did, they're gonna go with Eli Manning and then Shedeur too as insurance. And then after that, because he's going to be known now as a journeyman quarterback, he's not going to sign a big max deal unless he can go to the Jets. But why would the Jets give him 300 million when he ain't even really start like that? Why would they do that? Think about it. They're hurting the money right now. They're hurting the money, and he can actually play. Now he has all the other intangibles, right? We're not talking about just throwing the football in practice. I watched him play last year. I was watching other things. Yeah, do he got some things that he need to improve on? Do he hold on to that ball? Yeah, he does still. But that's not something that he can't improve on. That's easy. That's easy. Sometimes he be trying to make a play and the play actually works. So I'd rather for him to just keep doing what he's doing. Okay. I'd rather just him do what he's doing and then learn on the fly. I don't know too many quarterbacks that really went out there and killed it their first year, but they have potential. And Cam, he didn't kill it his first year, but the team is building around Cam. They believe in Cam. That's the difference. If he had the same opportunity Cam had, it'll be a different situation. But somehow, let me get to the comment that he said. He said Shedeur never earned the start in college. Let me think about that. Has Shedeur ever earned his spot in college? I'm gonna have to be real with you. Not really. His dad is the coach. He didn't have to fight for a position. That's correct. Now, was he a great quarterback in college? Yes. Who else was better? Even if somebody else was better on the team, Coach Prime would have never started that person over Shedeur. That's a whole fact. I'm being real. See, I could be 100 here. It was no way no other quarterback was going to start over Shedeur unless Shedeur got hurt. Facts. And I do believe that's what's hurting him. I do. They believe he didn't earn it. I do believe that. And it's not. Damn, that's a huge. Hold on one second. That ain't on the inside. Yeah. All right. So, was there? I mean, did he do well in college? Of course he did. It's not his fault. His dad was the quarter. I mean, his dad was the coach. His dad wouldn't start nobody over him. I mean, I'm being real. I don't see that. His dad was not going to start nobody else over his son, and that might be hurt. That might be why they think he didn't earn it. But they ain't say that. Well, this Matt. Let me see. No, that was a huge one. It was. It was like it was. It was outside the window. You said, what about Jackson State? He was given the quarterback position. When he came there, he was automatically the starter. He was given the position. He didn't earn it. You said they never say that about Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, or the other. Well, Peyton Manning didn't have his dad as a coach in college. He didn't. Andrew Luck didn't either. Now you must be talking about Pistol Pete Maravich. His dad was Press Maravich, and you can't say that about Pistol Pete, even though this is basketball. Pistol Pete, there's a bunch of father son combinations. You wouldn't say that about Pistol Pete's a legend. It didn't matter if his dad was a coach or not. Pistol Pete was doing stuff before Magic Johnson was doing his stuff. Where you think Magic Johnson got his moves from? From Pistol Pete. But as far as football is concerned, you said they still started, bro. Um, you said he was the best quarterback in the SWAC. Right. But they don't care about the SWAC, Clyde. They don't care about no SWAC. If they did, more people would get drafted from the SWAC. They don't care about no SWAC, dog. They don't care about it. We know this. We know he was the best quarterback, but they don't care about all that. You said, what about Ty Simpson and his coach? Was his dad the head coach? Ty Simpson? Yeah, they're not going to say that. Well, Ty Simpson, is he in the NFL? I don't know if is he in the NFL? I don't think is he? Somebody tell me. I don't know if he's in the NFL. We talking about NFL quarterbacks now. They don't feel like he earned it. I'm just telling you guys, this ain't coming from me. This is how they feel about him. Because you got to think about this. Why did he get drafted so low? Like, why they keep messing with him? They don't believe in him. Hands down. I told you need to go to the Jets. The Jets wanted him. The Jets see the value. You said Mendoza and Simpson got drafted first round. He did get drafted first round. Oh, you talking about Ty Simpson from Alabama? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. His dad wasn't the coach at Alabama, was he? I don't remember. I don't know. I wasn't following Ty Simpson's career like that. Oh, he was. He was a quarterback coach. Of course they're not going to say that about Ty Simpson, Jermaine. I don't want to get deep into why not. You know what I'm saying? But I thought you were talking about somebody else. Oh yeah, Ty Simpson. Yeah, he got drafted for sure. Who cares if his dad? They do, Def. It's not me. They the ones care. Okay, they the ones care. You said competing with Staub. There was no competition. Shedeur never had competition at the quarterback position. Who was he? Yeah, who he gonna compete with? Staub. Who is he competing with? Who is he competing with, man? He didn't have to compete for that quarterback position. That's a fact. And I don't know if that's why they're holding something against him. But like you said, they didn't say that about Ty Simpson. You know, Ty Simpson dad wasn't gonna let his son sit the bench. That's not happening. And I see why, because Ty Simpson is pretty good. In college, he was pretty good. I don't know about NFL. I don't know. It's to be yet to be seen. But for me, I already knew that. I already knew that he didn't earn the position. But I want to know what he was doing with it when he was starting. What did he do at Jackson State? He won the SWAC twice. Okay. He won the SWAC twice. When he got to Colorado, he took Colorado out of the dark ages because Colorado haven't been to a bowl game since 2004. That's a fact. He took them to their first bowl game since 2004. Okay. So these are the facts. So did he do that? Was he a runner up? Was he in the running for the Heisman Trophy? Yes. Okay. He was in the running for the Heisman Trophy. Am I right? He was in the top 10, wasn't he? So didn't he win the Johnny Unitas Award, or was that politics then? Or are they telling me that's politics why he won? Did he pay for that award? No, he didn't pay for the award. Nobody pays for no awards. This ain't the Grammys. This ain't Jay and them at the Grammys, because he did do that. This ain't the Grammys. Okay. This is not the Grammys. So he did well when he was the quarterback at Colorado. He took them to their first bowl game, even though they didn't win the bowl game, but he took them to their first bowl game since 2004. These are all the things that he has on his resume. He passed to a Heisman Trophy winner. He the only one that year that could say he did that. He passed to Travis Hunter. Now, did Travis Hunter catch a lot of amazing passes? Yeah, he did. But I still go back to that pass that they call the Hail Mary. That pass that they call the Hail Mary. That wasn't a Hail Mary. He rolled to his left and he threw it to where LeJontay can catch it. You said, why did Mendoza get the first round pick? I don't know. Is he hurt? I don't know. I don't know if he's starting. I don't know yet. At this juncture, I don't know. At some point you are going to see him. Sometimes they're just not ready yet. You know, you got to learn the playbook. There's a lot of other things. But yeah, I'm assuming that he's supposed to be out there, Charmaine. He's supposed to be out there playing. Especially they took him in the first round, because you know why? That signing bonus is guaranteed unless he's hurt somewhere. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless he just ain't grasping the playbook, and I don't think that's the case. 'Cause I heard he's a good student. I don't think that's it. He has a great aptitude for the game. I don't think that's it. I think it's something else going on, like something they don't want to talk about. Could be an injury. It could be something. It could be yeah. So you say K, but I heard Kirk Cousins. You see how much they paying Kirk Cousins though, Charmaine. Charmaine, go look at Kirk Cousins' contract, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the same thing with Deshaun. Kurt he's a very wealthy young man. I don't know who Kirk Cousins' agent is. I don't know. His agent should be in the Hall of Fame. Okay. Kirk Cousins is rich forever, like 500 million. I don't know how much he made in his career. It's a lot. He signed 2 max contracts in his career, Charmaine. 2. Not 1, 2. 2 mega contracts. Okay? That's Mr. Kirk Cousins. put some respect on his name now. That's Mr. Kirk Cousins. You said Tom Brady said he wants Mendoza to sit for the first year and watch Cousins, because that's what he did. Remember, Brady sat for the first year, so that makes sense. Yeah, 2 wasn't ready either, and he was thrown out to. Sometimes you are thrown to. Excuse me. Sometimes you have to be thrown to the wolves. It just depends on the situation you're in. He's in Cleveland. They needed a quarterback at that particular point. Cousins is a really good quarterback, so Mendoza can stand to learn under Kirk Cousins. Shedeur didn't have that opportunity. I mean, he did have the opportunity, but he said he didn't want to go to Baltimore. I'm being real with you. I got to be 100 right now. He didn't want to go to Baltimore. I heard Baltimore wanted to draft him. He didn't want to go to Baltimore. If he had went to Baltimore, he might have been playing. I honestly think they were trying to replace what's his name. That's the crazy part about it. You might think, but why would he go to Baltimore? Because they got what's his name. I think they might want to trade him. That's what I'm thinking. They'll be crazy the trade what's his name. They'll be crazy, but I don't know. It's something about him in Baltimore. Like maybe it's they having a fall, and I don't know. I don't know what's up with him in Baltimore. But I heard that they wanted him to go to Baltimore. And he declined. Lamar Jack, yeah, you don't trade Lamar, but I think they will probably try to. They like, yeah. So there's a listen, guys. It's not football. Why Shedeur not playing? It's politics. Remember, this is a political game. There's a lot. How many players you know in your neighborhood that could be in the NFL and they're not there? How many people you know that you went to high school with that was better than some of the players in NBA right now? It's politics. You got to be able to play the political game. And Shedeur, he's not. How can I say this? I want to say what I want to say, but I'm not going to say it because I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to crash out this season like I did last year. I'm trying to be more. Shedeur he's his own man. Okay. They don't want you to be that way. They want you to have your head down and they want you to be thanking daddy that you're there. You remember, okay, I'll give it to you. You remember that movie? Okay, I could give it. This is the best way I could give it to you. You remember that documentary about it was a documentary. I just saw it recently. I don't know if it's new or whatever, but I saw the commercials. They were talking about how Dr. Jerry Buss wanted to improve the Lakers, and how he met with Magic Johnson when Magic was trying to decide where he was going. You remember they were all sitting at the dinner table. It was another owner. He was treating Magic Johnson a certain way, and he called him boy. That's how they feel, yo. That's how a lot of these owners feel about you. They don't like somebody to come around that's like they sure of themselves. You could be sure of yourself, but I can't explain it. It's not even that they want you to be humble. It's not that. It's not about being humble. You said the media is saying the way he moved last year hurt him, but they can't say what he did wrong. They did say what he did wrong. They did say it, but I don't believe it because I want him to admit it. If it comes out of his mouth, then I believe it. They said what he joked about Tom Brady and his wife. Hold on a second. So I don't believe that. I don't believe what Skip Bayless said because Skip Bayless said he heard it. He said he heard it. That was the reason why they weren't sure about his character because they were asking him about wasn't Tom Brady your mentor? And he said, why would that be? He can't even keep his wife or something like that. And they saying that's what he said, but I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Brady didn't say nothing about it. Brady didn't say nothing about it. And Shedeur, well, they did ask Shedeur about it. He said, I don't want to talk about it. I'm moving on. Nah, bro, you gotta deny that. If you didn't say that, Shedeur, just say it. Because these people lying on you. Because if he did say that, if he did, let me tell y'all something real quick. I'm being real with you now. If he did say that, if he did say that, right? If he did, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe he don't seem like that type of person. So I don't believe that. So I know Skip Bayless said he heard it from a reliable source, but I just don't believe that. He has to say it. He has to say, if he did say it, hopefully he apologized to him behind closed doors. Because he don't have to apologize to him in the public because he didn't say it publicly. He said it, and they said he said it in a meeting. I don't believe that though. But if he did, he probably apologized. If he didn't apologize, he ain't gonna be in the league long. He's not. It's about respect. Tom has earned respect in this league. Tom has, regardless of how you feel about him, Tom got how many rings? He got respect in this league. You don't talk about GOATs like that. You just don't. That's like talking about Michael Jordan. You just don't do it. So I don't believe he did that. So that's one of the things that they were talking about. And I don't believe that. So this is what you call politics. I would have rather for him to come out and say, yo, I didn't say no BS like that. What y'all doing? I didn't say that. Because sometimes teams will lie on you just so they can draft you. They do that too. They be lying. So certain owners, they got to sift through the lies to see what's true and what's not true. Because it's a cutthroat business. If they want you, they'll say, oh, we heard that he's not good, this and that. I've heard that happen in the past. But it can't be his skills. That's not why he got drafted low. It wasn't that. It was something political. So it wasn't the Tom Brady thing. Because if he did, then yeah, they not fucking with him in the league, dog. If he really did do that, if he really did do that, which I don't think so, but if he did, that's disrespectful. And he wasn't raised like that. I don't think he's a disrespectful kid. He's not. I never seen him be disrespectful, at least on camera. I don't know how he is off camera, but I never seen it. He don't strike me as that person that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? He treat kids too well. He treats kids too well. You ever see him how he go to the camps and treat the kids, how the kids come up to him? That's not somebody that's disrespectful. Kids know. Kids know if you're not right. And they love him. That's how I know something is not. It's a political thing that it's a political thing. And it's a politic thing. Did the Jets want him? Of course they did. But how can the Jets get him if the Browns are not willing to trade him? Because he's under contract. So he can't just go somewhere else. But it's really, they're working on him right now, guys. It started again. I knew it was going to start because the season is getting ready to start. They're in training camp. You know what I mean? I knew the disrespect was coming. Now they talking about he bottom on the list with veteran quarterbacks. How is he a veteran quarterback and he in his second year? He's not a veteran yet. For me, that's not a veteran. A veteran has been doing this at least over 5 years. At least that's my idea of a veteran. He's in his sophomore year in my mind. He hasn't reached his senior year yet. You know, being 4 years in the league. Yeah, it's got to be his dad, Charmaine, with the prop. That's what it is. They want to get back at him for some reason. But I don't even want to think it's that, because that sucks, because it ain't got nothing to do with Shedeur, right? But it's not his football play. It's not his football play. It's not that he's not a good kid, because they know he is. That's not it. Even his mother, look, it bothers them. Even his mother commented on it today. She just put the laughy faces, but you know she's not laughing. She being sarcastic. Like, these people hating on him already. That's what she's saying. Here we go again. Here we go with the hate. Here we go. Here we go. They said something when his dad came up there. Oh, what he coming up there for, talking to the coach? That's not a good look. What did he say? He said when he went up there, that's probably the only time that he's going to be able to see Shedeur for the remainder of the season because he got to get ready for his season. And then Shedeur is preparing for his season. They're not going to see each other face to face. The only way he's going to be able to see Shedeur is unless he come to the practice and hang out with him afterwards. And then he got to get back to Colorado, to get prepared for his season. Did you hear Arch was visiting the Giants? He probably is because the Giants quarterback, he's not going to last. He's not, the way he plays, it's not sustainable. He's already had multiple concussions and he just got his rookie year. He had 2 concussions. That's not good. He's not going to be able to, he's not going to be able to have the wear and tear. So yeah, they will get Arch because remember they had Eli. So they're going to go for a legacy quarterback now. Since they had Eli he played with the Giants his whole career. Eli Manning. Okay, straight legend. Yeah, he is straight legend. He's a straight Tom Brady killer. Ask Tom Brady what Arch did to him. Ask him. Okay? He wasn't scared. He wasn't scared of the great Tom Brady. He went in and beat him twice. He sure did. Okay, so they going with a legacy quarterback. So I could see them going with Arch Manning. I could see it. And Arch, you know who he remind me of? He reminds me more of Eli for some reason. Except that he's faster. He's faster than Eli. He's faster than everybody. His mother, the reason why he get that speed is because his dad was a wide receiver and his mother ran track. That's why he's so fast. That kid is like a little bit tad under Michael Vick, yo. That's how fast he is. I didn't realize he was that fast. He don't have 4.3 speed. That's what I meant. He has a little bit under 4.3 speed. A little bit under. And he's about 4. I forget what they say he was. But yo, the kid is fast. His mother ran track. Dad was a wide receiver. Yeah, Cooper was a wide receiver until he hurt his back. He had back issues. He had a spine issue. But he was a pretty good wide receiver. I remember when he played. But he couldn't withstand it. It's they told him, I remember when they said it, they had a thing. Either you're gonna keep playing wide receiver, you're gonna be in a wheelchair. So make your decision. He made the decision not to play anymore. But he was a good wide receiver. Don't get me. Yeah, he was good. He kind of reminded me of like Phil McConkey, somebody like that. You said Shedeur went through the fire last season. Damn right he survived. You damn right. You said everything they're doing is rolling off. Right. Right. And he has a lot of support. But here's the thing. He's still a human being. He's still a human being. He didn't deserve this, bro. A mess. He didn't deserve this. Excuse me. I didn't mean to call you bro. He didn't deserve this. He did not. He's a human being. He's working hard and he deserves a shot. Now, I don't really care. Let's say if they go with Deshaun, that's fine. But don't sit up there and say that he's last on the list and he didn't earn his play in college. Even if his dad wasn't going to start no other quarterback. But however, didn't he take Colorado to a bowl game for the first time since 2004? Yes or no? Yes. He had an impact. He had an impact. He had an impact, man. And but they don't care, guys. The media, they don't care what he do with the kids. They don't care that the kids like him. They don't care, yo. They're gonna go for him again. It's just starting. This time they're gonna be real vicious. And Jerry Jeudy is lying, just to let y'all know. Because they said to Jerry Jeudy, what do you mean when you put the number 4 up? Because I was in his live, I happened to be in his live chat when he did it. And I do follow, I was like, damn, I follow Jerry Jeudy. I think I do follow him, yeah. I just happen, usually I don't see when people go live. I saw when he went live. Somebody said in the comment section, and he read it, who do you prefer at the quarterback position? Ain't nobody ask his daughter's age. He's lying. Everybody was saying the dude kept cutting and pasting it. Who do you prefer at quarterback? He put the number 4 up, which is okay. If he preferred Deshaun because they're friends, I get it. He don't have to lie about it. But I get why he has to smooth it over because you got to keep the locker room good. It's, it's politics. I get it. But he did put the 4 up. And why would somebody ask his daughter's age, yo? And he's saying that because, his daughter was there. Like, no, nobody was inquiring about his kid age, man. He's lying. See, that goes with his character. I don't like the young man. Because first of all, I would have kept it 100. I said, well, you know what I would have said? Well, I ain't taking nothing away from Shedeur, but what's his name is my boy though. I'm always gonna root for my boy, but I like Shedeur too. I would have said it like that. I'm not backing down for nothing I said. That Deshaun is his boy. Yeah, he want his boy. I say you know what he should have said? I just want I finally want to see Deshaun do something. Actually, so he could have said it like that. He could have smoothed it over, but he ain't got to lie. He did put the number 4 up with his hand, which is okay. Because I commented in his live chat, I said, okay, you shading Shedeur. That's cool. I said it. I said, oh, you shading him and all that. Okay, cool. He didn't even have, what the crazy thing is? He didn't even have that many people in his live chat. He had just about the many people I have now in my live chat that he had. He had about maybe 50 people in there when somebody was asking him the question. So he read every comment because there wasn't that many people commenting. And he put the 4s up. He sure did. He sure did. And then the media caught it. The media ran with it. So that's what happened because I was in his live chat. Jerry Judy. So that's done. So really at this point, Shedeur, he just got to maintain. He'll get his opportunity again. I'm not taking nothing away from Deshaun either. If he can go, he can go. But I'm looking at the stats as far as the completion percentage and who's throwing interceptions. Shedeur was leading for a while. Then Deshaun did have one good day because they had him with the first team. And obviously Dylan is number 3 right now. And the rookie, he's not really getting. The rookie is being treated how Shedeur was being treated last year. He's not really getting much work. So that is what's happening. He said that he ranked last in the veteran quarterback rankings, according to NFL executives and coaches. This one coach who they don't want to name, he said if he had to play Shedeur every weekend, he'll get a lot of good sleep. Ain't that crazy? He said because he can't read defenses. He said we just put a complex package together, a little basic package, and we beat him. That's what they're saying. They said if we were facing him at quarterback, shit, we good, yo. See, that's the mental, what they going through. They put him through a mental war. Because he heard that, he human. Like, what they talking about? Like they putting him in his head that they doubting him. Like trying to work on his mental. They trying to break him down. They really are. They really gonna trying to break him down. But here we go again. I'm supposed to be talking about the season. Here we go. I'm answering this BS again. But I promise you, I'm not going to keep answering it. I'm not going to keep talking about it. There's a lot going on. Colorado is looking good. Hey, listen, that offensive lineman, number 72, is he a freshman? The one that got at Salter? Remember him and Salter locked up? He got a mean streak to him. I want to know if he's a freshman or not. Because if he is, they got a good one. He don't take no mess. He don't take no mess. And I like that. That's what they need. They need the offensive line to be nasty. So I like that. I like that little mix up they had, which is good. You're going to mix up. He's a linebacker. Salter is a linebacker. And he's offensive. So, every now and then they're going to, lock up with each other. That's just how it is. And he's a freshman. Yo, he's starting this year. He already got the starting mentality. Yo, he's a pro. I know. Remember when Coach said we got some pros out here? I never said. I didn't hear Coach say that last year. Did you? Did you hear him say last year they got some pros at practice? I never heard him say that. Not last year. He's saying it this year. That means they got some. They got some heat they working with. I can't wait to see it. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. Now you can start judging Coach Prime now. You don't judge him from last year. You know why? Because he lost a lot of talent to the NFL. He had to, what you do, he had to regroup. He had to regroup. See, his the team he built was only going to be short-lived because Travis only was going to stay there another year. And Shedeur was out too. And a lot of other people were graduating. So that success was short-lived. So he had to start behind the eight ball again. Now that you start judging Coach Prime from this team he got now. From 2026 on, now you can judge him harshly. Now you can do it. Because he's going to have a team to compete now. And then next year he's only going to get better. So let's say this year they win 6 or 7 games. The next year expect him to win 10. He got his mojo back. He got the formula back. I could feel it because it's starting to feel like Jackson State practice. I get that Jackson State feel from this team because he's not yelling too much. He's coaching. He's not sitting there like, God damn it, you guys not giving the effort. God damn it, he's not doing that. He said, yo, we got something here. We got something here. We got something. He got some hungry. Let me tell you what he got over there. He got a bunch of people that's hungry. He went out and got some true mercenaries. You know how what's his name said, oh, he got a bunch of mercenaries. No, mercenaries are good. Mercenaries are good. Mercenaries usually show up when you need them. Okay. The real mercenaries, like the mercenaries of the past. Who are the mercenaries he had of the past? Chidozie. Chidozie was a mercenary. That was a true mercenary. Okay. Hillgreen, mercenary. Silman Craig, mercenary. Travis, mercenaries. He had a lot of killers. LeJontay West, a killer. Okay. And remember when he brought in the reinforcements in year 1. He brought in Xavier Weaver and what's his name? Damn, I hate the y'all know what I'm talking about. Damn, what's his name, man? What's wrong with me today? I don't have my notes in front of me, so I'm a little bit jagged right now. But he brought in the reinforcements. Those are reinforcements. That was the help. And then in year 2, when they went to the bowl game, he brought in the mercenaries. He brought in more mercenaries. Last year, he lost all his dogs. So he was rebuilding. And plus, he was battling a serious situation. This year, he feel better. And not only did he feel better, he handpicked the players. He handpicked some dogs. I know he did. Listen, he picked some players where this is all they got. Will Shepard and LeJontay Wester and what's the other one? He played for the Carolina Panthers. Oh my God, why am I forgetting his name, man? That's my guy. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Somebody please say his name so I can feel better because I don't want to leave him out. He came in with Xavier Weaver. He plays for the Carolina Panthers. Oh my God. Jimmy Horn. Thank you. Jimmy Horn Jr. That was the reinforcements. And did you know this? Coach Noah, when he was like a coach in high school and when he was coaching Little League, a lot of them are in the NFL now. I didn't realize that the dude that played for the Cleveland Browns, that went up to him, was hugging him. He used to coach him in Little League when he was at Truth Academy. I didn't realize that. He said him and his twin brother used to play baseball. I remember that because they used to go pro in baseball. I said, oh my God, that is him. I didn't realize. I said, yo, where I know him from? Because I used to watch that when they used to have their shows. I used to follow them. And I used to follow some of the players that's like went pro. There's quite a few of them. There was quite a few players that was in Snoop Dogg Little League that went pro. The quarterback from Houston is one of them. He was in Snoop Dogg Little League, and there's a couple of offensive linemen that's on in the league too. Yeah, Wallace. He has a twin brother. Um, but yeah, they I remember him. I was like, wait a minute. No wonder. I'm like, okay, damn, time is all these kids don't grown up now. That's crazy. I feel old. They all grew up on us. They were all little kids, man. Chubby little kids, man. Especially Shedeur. Now it's all different. They all grew up. It's the cycle of life. That's how the cycle of life is. It's just a revolving situation. But I'm gonna tell you who Shedeur main targets this year are gonna be when he start. It's gonna be Isaiah Bond and that other guy. What is his name? The one with I forget his name. He was a rookie last year. Him and Harold Fanning Jr. and the running back. Those are his targets. It ain't gonna be Jerry Jeudy. That's why Jerry don't want him to start, yo. It's definitely ain't gonna be Jerry. He's not even gonna be what's his name favorite target. Deshaun. Oops, sorry about that. So yeah, like whenever he get in a game, look for them to have good games too, because he already have a rapport with them. He works out with them in the off season sometime, so he already built a rapport with the receivers already. So those are going to be the receivers this year to look out for. Um, look for Isaiah Bond to have a big season. It ain't gonna be Jerry Jeudy. But that's why he wanted Deshaun. But Deshaun, he ain't gonna be Deshaun main target either. That's just my opinion on it. But we'll see. But look for Shedeur. I mean, they're gonna have to make a decision. I mean, well, here's the thing. I honestly believe they is gonna go. It's his job to lose. They are gonna go with Deshaun for the remainder for quite a little bit of that season to see what he can do. I don't wish nothing on him. If he's healthy, he's healthy. He's still a brother at the end of the day. You know, I ain't down on all the brother now, but I still want the young gunner to play though. If I had a preference, I want Shedeur to play. That's just my preference, and I am being biased because you know this is his support. I'm supporting the support channel. I'm not going with nobody else. Of course, I want to see the young dude play. I'd rather see he's a little bit more exciting. You know what I'm saying? Brush off the watch soon as he throw a touchdown. I want to see him brush off that watch and throw that watch up one time. You know, he brings he got some different tricks with him. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. I want to see him jump in the dog pound one time. He haven't done that yet. I want to see him go over to the fans and jump into my mother laughing. I want to see him go over there and jump in the dog pound. You see what I'm saying? You know, go over there but I want to see him brush off that watch again. Hope make sure the watch is working. Next time, we know what I want him to do when he throw his touchdown. I want him to wind his watch up and then put it to his ear. Oh, wait a minute, a Rolex don't tick. Do it. You know, just carefully study his watch to make sure it's working. You know, do something like that. I can't wait, man. I would have loved to see him with the Jets, but you know I'm going to be trolling this year. Y'all know that, right? Oh yes, I'm going to be trolling the Cleveland Browns this year if he don't play. So my job this year is to troll the Cleveland Browns. That's it. All right. And I'm not watching the game, just to let you know. I'm not watching. Well, actually, I might tune in to see what Deshaun is doing. Because I don't dislike Deshaun. I just prefer the young one to play. You know what I'm saying? That's just my preference. But anyway, I'm back at it. I'm back at it. The season is, they're getting tuned up. Now, as far as Colorado is concerned, we're going to have to wait and see because I got a feeling they about to do some stuff this year. They about to get it. They about to get going this year. And then now you can judge coach on how he build a team from this year on up. But they just buried the man. Everybody just disrespectful. If coach don't win this year, he gone. Come on, man. He ain't going nowhere. Not this year. If he want to, yeah. But I'm not saying if he don't. It's up to Coach Prime if he want to stay or not. You know what I'm saying? I prefer him to stay because I like the show. See, I like the whole show of it. The cameras behind the scenes and what Darius is doing. I like what Darius doing now. You know how Darius going out to interview some of the players. He went and talked to what's his name out there in Texas. I like what he's doing. He's more so interviewing the players and different things like that. So I like what he bringing to the table right there. And of course, I like what Bucky's doing. Bucky's being Bucky. And he tearing down the red house, you see. He tearing that down. He said he's too much bugs in there. But Bucky, you live in Texas, bro. You're gonna have some bugs out there, but he gonna reinforce it. He gonna get him a new house. I like when they did the vlog when they went to St. Thomas. Was it St. Thomas? Yeah, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Different things like that. I like the whole package. So I've just been enjoying that. But now that everybody back at camp, the main camp, let's go. I'm ready now. Oh yes. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna take it easy on Cleveland this year. I am. I ain't gonna troll too much. But if they start that season off 0-3, yeah, I'm trolling. I'm back at it. I'm gonna put Shedeur in the game train. All right. Oh, hold on. It was St. Croix. Okay, St. Croix. Okay. He's in St. Croix. Ain't that where Tim Duncan from? Is Tim Duncan from St. Croix? Yeah, I think he is. Tim Duncan. San Antonio Spurs. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I will be back. I'm going daily because, training camp is here and I got to build up for the season. And I'm ready to go, man. So I'm back at it. And like I said, I like what Colorado's doing. You know what I like? That they did the training camp style. You know how they move it to a different location. I like that. So the team could build some type of camaraderie. I like that. You think he's from No, Tim Duncan is from St. Croix. You remember Tim Duncan said when he had that hurricane, because he used to be a swimmer, but it tore down the facility and he went to basketball. Hold up, I'll tell you right now. Let's just see where he's from. See, we ain't got to think no more. We just go ahead with it. He's from St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Yeah, Tim Duncan is from St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands. And what happened was they had a heavy hurricane one time because Tim Duncan used to be like a Michael Phelps type. He used to be a swimmer. He was trying to get ready for the Olympics. But what happened was the hurricane tore down the facilities, and he just went to basketball. I think he has a soccer background as well. That's why he had good footwork, just like Hakeem Olajuwon. And Hakeem Olajuwon still work with big men to this day. He still do it. But so that's a little history on Tim Duncan. And he went on to Wake Forest. You know what I'm saying? The Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. What else? Yeah, Tim Duncan is from there. I don't know. Do Coach know that? I think Coach probably do know. But I don't think Tim live out there. He has a house. He has an estate out there, though. He does. But I think he lives in Texas. He's still in San Antonio. The last time I checked. But yeah, he has a family estate out there in St. Croix. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, Coach. You're not the only Hall of Fame out there, Coach. Sorry to tell you. Tim Duncan out there too. But shout out to I like the whole package what they're doing. For me, it's like a reality show. And they're gonna do some things this year now. They're gonna beat some people. Watch. They're gonna do something this year. I can just feel it. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I gotta get ready to get out of here. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for joining. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, y'all.